You lose that match, you lose that competition. Now you got to figure out how to pay for your family, pay your bills. So it's such a sickening thing now, and that really is probably the start of when I started to really stop loving bodybuilding.
AJ, so awesome work and awesome good job, my friends. Proud of you. And right now, AJ, he's friend of mine, and I'm already chat with him. And of course, I'm really proud and happy with him because he already starting his YouTube channel in the bodybuilding world because he always promoting bodybuilding in a good way. Okay, so I'm really proud of you. And let's go, guys. We watching together for AJ Words Bodybuilding YouTube channel.
Is when you see how excited people are that you did not do well. It's not like I was like a blessing, or a Nick Walker where I'm going into a show saying, I'm going to win the Olympia. I'm going to win this. Never. You've never heard me ever speak like that. I've never even said, like, I'm going to go into this show and win, But people hear that whenever you talk about, like, oh, I'm doing the best I ever have. I want to go in there and kill it. They kind of manipulate their own thing in their head and they change it to, Sergio said he's going to win the Chicago Pro and no one's going to beat him. And they did that the same thing when I tried to get everybody to do the Arnold. I wanted everybody to come together and get the Arnold. They're like, haha, you lost. You said you were going to win. When did I ever say I was going to win? It's so crazy.
I think Sergio was give us a little bit rant here, so it's okay, guys. I think we as fans, okay, heard this from Sergio Oliva Jr. because he professional bodybuilder, and of course he just a little bit quick rant to all of us, and that's good things I think, and we can heard and we can know as a fans what's the pressure as a bodybuilder competing as a professional bodybuilder, and we can knowing about how the bodybuilder feel look like when it comes to the compete, when it comes to the politic and everything. So even we just a fans, we can knowing because Sergio Oliva Jr. give us the story and just a little bit quicker rant, and even AJ is still hearing Sergio Oliva Jr. rant here. I'm really enjoyed.
So I lost that show, and everyone was so excited. Nick Trigili did a whole video about how great it was that I lost, and I'm putting synthol in my butt. It was just crazy shit. So I was like, that's it, I'm done.
I'm putting synthol in my butt. So it's okay, you don't need to straight about Nick Trigili because that's what he always doing. He always cover what's going on, what's happening recently in the bodybuilding world, and he always take it to personally. Of course, what he said, all of what he said, it always hurt all of the personal things. So that's always what he's doing because yeah, that's him. Okay, that's him.
He ate so much after Chicago because I was in Chicago, and for people that out of the country that don't know, Chicago has this big festival called the Taste of Chicago, and it happened to be happening that weekend. It's a place where you can go and you can try every restaurant in Chicago. It's like a crazy thing. So I ate until I threw up. I was so sick. And after I talked to her, I was like, man, you know what? I called Chris Aceto, and I was like, man, you know what? Let's do it. And we did. We killed it.
I love what AJ doing here. He covered the video when Sergio Oliva Jr. doing the Chicago, and when Sergio Oliva Jr. telling what he's bringing for Chicago. And I think it's make Sergio Oliva Jr. story more interesting. Really interesting story from Sergio Oliva Jr. because after doing the Chicago Pro, and he eats so much in the restaurant because there's so many restaurants in the Chicago, and yeah, he can enjoy it, and that's really cool. I think eat so much until he throw up. I cannot imagine that, and I think it's really full, man, because so much delicious food in the Chicago. Wow.
It's like the concussions in football, and once a few amount of people start taking their own lives, it's all of a sudden going to be important. Because Keone is the most perfect example of someone realizing they have this problem. He didn't have this woman that I had to kind of tell him to suck it up and go do the show. he was dealing with that on his own. You know what he did? He decided, you know what, I'm going to put my own mental health first before going to the Olympia. And what did the bodybuilding world do? They destroyed him. They talked shit about him. You know, he's not good enough. He's not mentally strong enough to do this. Maybe he should retire. If he took his own life, every single person who wrote those fucking comments would be saying, oh man, I feel so bad for him. Prayers for Keone's family. If only we had knew. So I think it's going to be something that's, you know, in the future we're going to have to deal with. Because
Does Keone still single now? I think Keone have a girlfriend and have a wife when he was, start bodybuilding career. Maybe it's gonna be good and it's gonna be out. Keone have to always motivated, pushing more and more his bodybuilding career. And yeah, I don't know why so many people always throw down Keone Pearson because he always look impressive, man. He's unbelievable. The physique is really look awesome, and I don't know, maybe there's something kind of like the politic from Keone or everyone, okay, that makes Keone is not really doing well when he was always competing. But for overall physique, he always looking absolutely ridiculous, guys. Awesome physique that he has, and I don't know why he never take a good place when he was always
so quick to talk about the gear, and oh my god, gear's killing all the bodybuilders, even though gear's not killing any of these bodybuilders. I can't speak for the women. Women have to deal with a different type of hormones than the guys do. The issues that we're having with the women are not the same with the guys. It's a completely different thing. You know, maybe George, we don't know. I don't really know what the autopsy was with George, but that's probably the only one, because we all want to forget that Sean.
Wait. I think this is a really cover more in another episode of Bodybuilding Podcast. I'm gonna cover AJ and Sergio Oliva Jr. anymore. So for this right now, that's enough because Sergio Oliva Jr. already discussed about Trigili, about Nick Walker, about blessing Awodibu, Keone, and everyone. Okay, what's his pressure, what's some collective politics in bodybuilding. So I think that's enough for today, and I'm gonna cover for the next podcast my episode videos Sergio Oliva Jr. and AJ Watts talking and discuss about the gear, and that's the gear really killing bodybuilders. So check this out, guys, and stay tuned. I'm your host Joan. May God bless you all.